Traditionally, the outer planets, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, are not used in Vedic astrology, as they are invisible to the naked eye. They deal with the collective unconscious, and since they stay in a sign for such a long time, they shape generations and reflect mass changes in our world. They may be what the ancients referred to as the upagrahas, the shadowy planets that cannot be seen. At the time of the discovery of these planets, their characteristics became historically prominent, and their precepts came to the forefront of civilization. The discovery of the outer planets brought their essence to our world. Neptune was discovered in about 1846. At this time, the technology of photography was introduced, symbolic of Neptune's creation of illusions that seem real as in photos or films. This was the onset of screen movies that would connect the world with collective trends and messages. Neptune is associated with ecstasy, either the high received through spiritual revelation or the high received through drugs and alcohol. It is connected to intoxication, art, music, and dancing. Neptune is a lot like Ketu. It rules the illusion of the world, spirituality, and psychic power. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. Uranus was discovered in 1781, around the onset of the Industrial Revolution. Inventions were discovered to make work and trade possible on a global scale. This was the beginning of the use of electricity and inventions like the cotton gin. All this opened the world to mass communications. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Pluto was discovered in 1930. At this time, the Great Depression was in full motion. Tyrants with underworld qualities controlled the masses. Mafia leaders, gangsters, and dictators like Hitler and Stalin were rampant. The discovery of atomic energy caused mass destruction and the threat of total human annihilation from the end of World War II. Pluto resembles Rahu. Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. Neptune associates include the Great Dissolver, illusions, deception, confusion, denial, drugs, alcohol, fantasies, fog, dreams, romance, glamour, scandals, spirituality, higher consciousness, devotion, cults, the ocean, liquids, oil and gas, sensitivity, and psychic. Neptune signifies or the karaka of deception, deceit, fraud, lies, illusions, cheating, spells, ghosts, spirits, and mystics. Neptune dissolves whatever Saturn builds, such your ego, your sense of duty and responsibility. Neptune dissolves your sense of reality, leaving you free to confusion and doubts. Uranus signifies change, eccentricity, rebellion, revolution, social uprisings, erratic behavior, sudden and unexpected happenings, shock, earthquakes, lightning, electricity, computers, invention, machinery, airplanes, and astrology. The nature of Pluto is similar to that of the Hindu god Shiva, the creator and destroyer. Pluto usually begins by breaking down a structure, then creates a new one in each place. Pluto signifies explosiveness, power, control, manipulation, surrender, transformation, underworld, mafia, secrets, obsessions, compulsions, revenge, big money, sex, atomic energy, big government, corruption, birth and death, healing. When Neptune was discovered in 1800s, at the same time that anesthetics like chloroform, ether, and nitrous oxide were discovered, since Neptune rules anesthetics as well as artificial drugs and chemical poisons. In the beginning of November 1983, Pluto entered Scorpio. Scorpio ruled by Pluto aside from Mars. Scorpio governs the genitals and sexuality, the sign linked to AIDS, HIV, and to other sexually transmitted disease. So it could be no surprise that the disease AIDS surfaced at about time. The planets that dictate generational change globally are the three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. They specifically influence mass consciousness and are transpersonal. Their planetary patterns in the heavens reveal the political, financial, and societal climate in the world. The three outer planets actually determine specific eras with their combination and patterns. It is their relationship to each other that predicts movements and eras in history.